when sitting down to film this video today, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I had a few ideas in my head, but I went to my empties drawer and it was getting full, so I figured I'd do another empties video for you. I looked on my phone last night to see when the last time I did one of these was, because I feel like I just did one, but it was 4 months ago. Yeah, 4 months. So there's a lot of products, and it's a lot of like hair stuff and like skincare stuff. I have no idea why, but I guess that's just what I've used up, so let's get started. Oh, and I hate when I leave this on my wrist for videos. Sorry. This is going to be completely random. I have just everything sitting in a bag, but as you can see, the first product is this Macadamia Natural Oil Deep Repair Mask. Now, this thing is all over the YouTubes, and I got this years ago. This stuff is pretty pricey. The price tag's actually still on it, but obviously it's been in the shower and it's kind of rubbed off, but this thing has almost nothing left. Like, there's a tiny little speck, but that's not even enough for one more use. And I liked this. It just took me so long to get through it. The formula on this is very, very nice, and it does make your hair crazy soft. The only thing that I had to complain about was that it kind of weighed down my fine, thin hair. And I mean, I would always use like a little bit of this, but I just felt like normally I can prolong my wash like 2 to 3 days. And when I would use this, I definitely had to wash it at that 2-day mark because it was getting a little bit greasy. The only thing, I didn't even know if I was going to tell you guys this because I do not want to ruin it for you, but everyone talks about how good this smells. And it really, really does smell very, very good. And the first few times I used this, Jerome even commented on it, and he's like, wow, your hair smells so great. But as soon as I realized that this smelled kind of like cough syrup, it ruined it for me. Getting onto a few skincare things, we might as well touch on the Simple Cleansing Facial Wipes, or whatever these things are called. I have a few packs of these in every single empties video because they are one of my favorites. And I say one of because the next ones you're gonna see, they kind of are one of my favorites too, and that's like a newer product. So anyway, I have like a little trial size or like sample size of 7 wipes that I think I just got like for Christmas or something. Use that bad boy up and then just a full pack, but I definitely see more of these in my near future. And my other brand that I was actually really surprised about, these are the Olay Fresh Effects Everything Off Deluxe Makeup Removal Wet Cloths. Really? Do you need a longer name? I got this little 7 wipe pack in my first Target beauty box, and I put off using them for a really long time just because I'm such a fan of those simple ones, and I don't know, I'm kind of stuck in my ways sometimes. But as soon as I pulled these out, I was really impressed, but the only bad thing is that these bothered my eyes just a little bit. After using these around my eyes, they did leave them a little bit stingy, a little bit uncomfortable, and that would go away once I'd like wipe my eye area off with like a dry towel. But I do think that these irritated my eyes because they have kind of a strong, clean scent, but granted, I like the scent. I think they smell really good. On my face though, I loved these even more than the simple ones because these are a little bit more textured, and I'm kind of afraid of texture because I do have dry skin. I don't want anything too harsh, but the simple ones are so soft, I feel like they don't get in there and get all that makeup off. With these, the texture was really, really nice. I feel like they removed my makeup very, very quickly, and I don't know, I was just super happy with these, so I definitely see myself repurchasing them. The next thing is a hair product, and it's my all-time favorite Detangler. This is the Healthy Sexy Hair Soy Tri-Wheat Leave-In Conditioner, and it took me forever to try this. I know a lot of people rave about it, but I am so glad I did because this is the perfect formulation for my fine, thin hair. If you've used the It's a 10 and think that's a little too heavy, definitely try this because this is very moisturizing without all that heaviness that the It's a 10 one has. So for me, I do need moisture in my hair, and especially when I get out of the shower because it's so fine, it is quite tangly, and this does wonders getting all the tangles out. So I have nothing but good things to say about this, and I already have 2 backups in my bathroom. Next up, I have a big old 16-ounce bottle of Witch Hazel, and I originally got this back when my skin was acting up before I went to the dermatologist. I don't know if my cousin recommended this or I like found an article online or something, but I have really grown to love this for spot treating. It does wonders. Jerome actually uses this too, and he's been also known to put it all over his face for like a toner, and that works really well because he has a little bit more oily skin than I do. But for spot treating, we just take this, and I love the cap because it just has a tiny little spout so you can easily put it like on a cotton ball. And then we just take it and hold it on whatever blemish we have for as long as you can. I mean, seriously, if you can leave this on for like 15 to 20 minutes, it really works wonders. And we've also been known to break out the tape, put a big old piece of tape over it, look like a crazy person, but seriously, the longer you keep it on there, the smaller your blemish is going to be the next morning. I do prefer this over alcohol or like rubbing alcohol because I do have dry skin. So this definitely dries out the pimple without being too dry or like flaky or anything like that. And I have been known to use this all over my face, even with my dry skin, if my skin is just being like crazy terrible and breaking out all over the place. But this just gently cleanses and conditions the skin without removing essential oils. And like, can they have that underlined? Because I think that's so important. But yes, I have already repurchased this and it's waiting for me in my bathroom. We're just jumping all over the place today because next up is another hair product, and dare I say this might be my favorite dry shampoo. As you can probably tell, this is the Batiste dry shampoo in the Floral and Flirty blush scent, and I love this one because it smells so girly and like flowers. It's taken me a very long time to find a dry shampoo that I'm happy with, and even though I don't feel like this is a perfect 10, I feel like it's an 8 or 9, which is like the highest ranking that I've personally found after trying, I feel like, millions of dry shampoos. But this one I really do like because it leaves my second or even third day hair looking very clean and feeling clean. No, it doesn't feel like I just stepped out of the shower, but it doesn't leave a lot of grit in my hair, which I really appreciate because I love soft, just shiny hair that I can run my fingers through. The only bad thing I'm going to say about this is that it leaves my hair looking great immediately, but if I have this in my hair like throughout the day for like 8 hours, I feel like by the end of the day it doesn't look as clean as it did in the beginning when I first applied it. Does that make sense? So really, I would love for this to have a little bit more consistency throughout the day, but I do love this scent and I have already repurchased one and I actually used it this morning. I'm a little bit sad to tell you guys about this next one because this is my beloved CeraVe AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion with SPF 30. So if you follow me on social media or especially Instagram, you will know that I've been in a real struggle with this stuff because this, by all means, is my favorite daily moisturizer. The only bad thing is that I've been using this for a couple years and I have, over those last few years and especially recently, heard that this stuff does not protect from broad spectrum rays. So I don't know, I've just been in this weird place. Do I stick with something that I know and love that does not make my skin burn? Or do I go out and find a whole brand new moisturizer that I make sure protects me from not just the burning rays, but the anti-aging rays? And really, when I look at it that way, why apply this if it's not going to make me look great in 50 years? Like, that's the whole reason that we use SPF, right? I hate even saying this, but I mean, I don't want to be using something and applying something and taking the time to put something on my face that's not going to fully protect me from the sun. So unfortunately, I have not repurchased this yet. I just even feel horrible and actually sad inside that I have to say that because I just loved this formulation so much. But if you do follow me on Instagram, like I said, I have been trying out a few other moisturizers, especially one from Paula's Choice, and I did post my first impression of that one on Instagram if you want to check it out. But unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to find a new favorite daily sunscreen. Well, I'm reaching in the bag and I have one more hair thing and then the rest is makeup, so that kind of worked out. But the next thing I have is this ginormous bottle of this Tresemme Deep Cleanse shampoo. So I really did enjoy this for when my hair was like extremely dirty or just really built up with product. I did make sure though to use a heavy duty conditioner with this when I used it, just because it almost made my hair feel like squeaky clean, but I have not repurchased this exact brand. I actually went with the Suave Daily Cleansing Shampoo. That's crazy cheap and I know Miss Glamorazzi talked about it, but I really have been liking that one. I swear, I have so much in this video, but sorry, I have one more little skincare thing to talk about. It was hiding in the bag, but this is the Benefit It's Potent Eye Cream, and you guys know if you've been with me for a while that I really enjoyed this stuff. The packaging on this is seriously the cutest thing I've ever seen, and I might have like one more use in there if I really like scrape the sides and use every last drop, but I really like this stuff because it's fairly lightweight, but crazy moisturizing. This stuff was a savior for me in the winter time because when my skin is crazy dry, like really during the cold months, I get dermatitis around my eyes, and really that's just kind of irritated, flaky skin, especially near my outer corners, and this stuff was like one of the only eye creams I've found that really combats that. So even though I haven't repurchased this stuff yet, it's definitely going to remain in the back of my mind because whenever those dry patches come back around my eyes, like say in the winter time, I'm definitely going to pick up another one of these. I just love the formula. But quick little mention, I have been using the Olay Regenerist Hydro Swirl Eye Gel Cream or something like that lately around my eye area, and I'm really liking it. If that product rings a bell, I did get it in a Target beauty box, and I got a full size that's worth like $24 and you get 5 ounces. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling about that. If you want my first impression, I did post it on Instagram, but right now I'm thinking it's like a really great drugstore option as far as eye creams go. Yay! I am so sorry if this video is crazy long. I just feel like the products are never ending, but I have 2 mascaras to talk to you about next. next. One being the Maybelline The Rocket Volume Express Mascara, and one being CoverGirl's Clump Crusher. These are like two of my staples for sure. I love the Rocket Mascara because it really builds quickly, and in 2 coats I have great volume, great length, and just great big old lashes in general, which is what I like. So yeah, definitely when I'm in a pinch and running late, I reach for this one. As far as Clump Crusher, I feel like this is a staple that every girl has to have in her makeup collection, just because the formulation is so dry and the brush is that plasticky kind of stiff material. So if you have a mascara that gets way too clumpy on you, definitely go invest in something like this because it's really, really great at separating those lashes. So yeah, definitely had to pick up 2 of these, but I also saved them to clean off the brushes for even more separation tools. I don't think that this would be an empties video without one of my Anastasia Brow Wizzes in Deep Brown. I feel like every time I do one of these videos, this product is in there. This, I think, is a must-have for a lot of people just because it's amazing. The tip is just the perfect size, the colors are awesome, and it includes a spoolie. I'm not going to ramble on and on about this, and I have repurchased it, but I say that in kind of a weird way because I haven't been reaching for it a ton because I might have a new drugstore option. Yeah, are you guys interested? It's the Maybelline Brow Satin. Oh my gosh, I have been loving this thing, and I'm so excited to finally find a drugstore pencil or like eyebrow product that's super reasonable, that's really, really great. So if you want to know all of my thoughts as part of like a first impression, those will be on Instagram if they're not already very, very soon. But my username is @LoveLaceyBeauty if you're interested. With 2 products left, I have this MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20 to tell you about, and I really, really do like this formula, and I do own another one. Actually, I didn't repurchase it, but I think I asked for it like for my birthday back in April or something. But I do love this formula. It's a very lightweight with great coverage. I'm sure you've heard a lot about it because a lot of girls have it. The only thing about the pump though, I love that it has a pump, but it just gets so darn dirty. Even though I have another one of these though, I haven't been using it very much at all. I'm gonna be honest with you guys because I've really been loving the Maybelline Master Conceal Concealer for under my eyes, and that formula is super comparable to this MAC one in my opinion. And then for my face, I've been loving my Clinique Advanced Concealer. So those are kind of my 2 favorites right now, and I don't know, I'm sure I'll use this again, but right now those other 2 are like rocking my world. And finally, last but not least, is my Maybelline Superstay Makeup in Sand Beige, and this is another one that I hate to tell you guys about because I feel like they're discontinuing it. No! This has been my holy grail foundation for the last 2 years. From high-end or drugstore all across the board, this has been my absolute favorite. The coverage is fantastic. The staying power is even more great than the coverage, and I seriously could not see my life without this stuff. I seriously wear it every single day. So when I saw this in my local Meijer on clearance, I took to Instagram because I was very worried, and I did stock up on like 3 bottles just in case I can't find this anymore. I thought at first that maybe they were just repackaging it, but now I'm seeing it being replaced by that new Superstay like Better Than Skin foundation or something with like the blue top and the pump. So yeah, it's making me a little more worried. So if you have any information on this or what they're doing with it, please let me know. I'm seriously this close to like emailing Maybelline and being like, what the heck is going on? Bring back my favorite foundation, please. So that has been my crazy long, I'm sure, empties video for you guys. And I seriously try to do these when they have less products, but for whatever reason, this one just kind of got out of control, so I'm sorry. As always, please let me know what you guys have used up recently, or let me know what you think about any of these things. Are some of these your favorites? I would love to hear. Also, please make sure to give this a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, because I always appreciate that. But since that's everything for today's video, guys, have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.